Welcome to the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships, live from Austin, Texas. Brought to you by none other than Aleco and SPD, and we have got one heck of a lineup for the rest of the day. Right now we've got the sub-junior and junior women's 84 plus and men's 120 and 120 pluses. We're going to run them as one flight, so we'll see all the women's first lifts, then all the men's first lifts as well. I'm Gary Williams, and I am joined by none other than Bryce Lewis, world champion powerlifter, equipped coach, and an absolute wealth of knowledge, bringing it to you here live from Austin. What a lineup we've got.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and we are combining those two sessions to make sure that, well, we give these lifters enough time of a break between these attempts.
Yeah, 4 lifters in the women's juniors and sub-juniors. You would generally add, if we were running as one flight, we would add 2 minutes time, but even that is a fast turnaround in equipped lifting.
And we're dealing with the juniors and sub-juniors class, so maybe not a whole lot of experience in these lifters, so we want to make sure we give them the best chances possible for success. As I see a team coach stick his head around the corner waiting for this bar to count down to 0.
Yeah, we'll have Ella Brinkett-Smith from Great Britain will be our first lifter, 105. Now, she competed in Sun City, I think Sun City last year. Obviously, her father, James Brinkett-Smith, competed earlier as well today.
I think our overlay there is incorrect. We are looking at a Great Britain lifter out on the platform.
That is definitely Ella Brinkett-Smith. So what you can see on your screen there is the incorrect overlay. Just a technical issue.
In fact, she's opening here with her best bench press of all time.
She did really well in South Africa, I think. I think she won the gold, didn't she?
Yep, she did.
And she was a sub-junior then. She's in the juniors now.
Now we have Ukraine here. So I see what happened. Ukraine raised their opener at the last possible second there.
So Vera Popova from Ukraine now, 107.5. Ukraine having a very successful couple of weeks. We've seen a few world records last night.
Yeah, what a culture of strength coming from Ukraine. Excellent lifters. Fast opener there.
Yeah, that was really quick, wasn't it? I'm sure she's lifted a lot more than that before, so maybe getting on an easy opener. Michaela Forsyth. So we jump to the sub-juniors for a moment. US 125 on the bar.
It's really great to see the start of what could be some storied careers here as we see their first, few competitions coming at the world level.
Yeah, this is the future of powerlifting, and it's so great for us to be able to get to commentate on these young lifters. I mean, we see them develop, we see them grow, we watch them go into the opens and almost start their career again as they get to the opens.
Yeah. The second international appearance here for Michaela Forsyth.
Oh, it was a great lift there. A little bit jerky in the middle, but it kept going straight to the top.
We will have one more opener, and then remember jumping directly into the men's first attempts.
So this is Natalia Selviak from Poland, 130. That is a big opening lift. Just 19 years of age.
This will also tie her best attempt.
So she is just into the juniors then, if she's 19. That is a big entrance into the juniors. And I'm sure a lot of open lifters are sitting back watching this. I mean, this is their future competition. Oh, it smokes the opener.
Wow, she has certainly been making some progress in bench press lately.
Yeah, she got a yellow card from the side referee, so hopefully we'll see the replay from the side view. And yellow card can be a number of different things.
It's important for the athlete to basically ignore that so they don't get rattled going into the next attempt.
I'm not sure
Trying to change anything. Is it the
not
butt?
sure if a butt lifted all the way off there or not.
Yeah.
But the jury don't seem to be too concerned. So there's our standings after round one for the women's. Forsyth out in front in the sub-juniors. And of course, Selviak in on 130 in the juniors, well out in front, going to be very hard to catch. And we will move into the men's 120 and 120 plus class. And we've got a few classes here to watch, so it might be an idea to get onto goodlift.info, get the live scoreboard to try and keep up. So Monish Sarkawati from India, 165 in the junior under 120s. The world records for these are just ridiculous. The world sub-junior record in the under 120s is 300 kilos. And you're going to love this. The 120 plus world junior record is 392.5 kilos.
Enormous.
I can't imagine being that age and lifting that.
That's incredible. India's Chakrawarti starting us off for the men.
And we don't have any sub-junior 120 pluses, which is not unusual. It's a weight class you've really got to grow into. And
no wrist straps here for this young gentleman.
That's a lot of weight to be carrying without wrist straps, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Ariel Sanyalo from the US, 170. We are still in the junior under 120 class. I don't recall seeing him lift.
He's competed internationally only one time in 2023 at the Equip Championships.
And was he a sub-junior then?
I believe so.
Yeah, he's just 19, so he's just into the juniors. And looking strong. So now we move into the sub-junior under 120s. Kazakmat Ismailov from Kazakhstan, 175. I don't think I was lifting these weights when I was 17 or 18 years of age.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
It's a great example of the shirt compression there.
Some speed there on that.
You can see the replay. If you're watching at home, you can see the chest plate of the shirt just compressing across his chest.
That's exactly what you want, to get some nice stretch, spring.
Yeah, building up all that potential energy. He handles the bar path really well. So Caleb McDaniel to the platform for the US, 185. We are still in the sub-junior under 120s.
Kazakhstan's strategy will be to stay just ahead of the opener there. Force McDaniel to continue to make lifts.
Yeah, equipped bench is so much more strategic than classic, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is for a lot of reasons. A lot of things you can do with the shirt. And it's basically like jumping directly into deadlifts with the two changes, just right to the serious last little bit of the competition.
So Brandon Lee will take the platform next from Great Britain. We move into the junior under 120s.
This opener is over his personal best.
We competed just a month ago in Luxembourg.
That's a busy schedule. Being handled by Hugo there, who's been told once again not to cross the black line.
Likes to get nice and close. I would too.
Has to really work this one down. Patience is key here.
Wow,
And
he's
he
rewarded
did that
really nice.
really well, didn't he?
Part of that patience is about making sure the bar touches your chest exactly where you want it.
Next weight, 195 kilos is loaded and
It's
ready.
not something you want to rush.
Davies of Great Britain. He works in
The Great
IT
Britain again,
world.
Rhys
He is
Davies.
prolific.
We are in the 120 plus juniors now.
He's been at it for 4 years.
I think this might be his last year in the juniors, and I don't recall seeing him lift at a World Championships.
We don't have much history on him here.
Looks like this is his first Worlds. Martin Marshall in his corner there.
Good place to be. At some point, you have to have your first World Championship.
It's a pretty high touch point, but it worked well for him, didn't it?
That's an easy opener.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I do love the way some of these gentlemen have been driving their neck down into the bench press, tucking their chin.
Bar is loaded. Our
Creates
next
a little bit of
lifter from
stability there,
Kazakhstan,
keeping your chest contact point as high as possible.
Yeah, it's a really hard thing to do because the shirt wants to fold you up a little bit.
For 6 years.
Bunid Amanov from Kazakhstan with a massive 210 kilos in the under 120 juniors. And that is a big opener. He can get a nice clean lift here. He's going to be in control throughout this. And it wasn't as clean as I was hoping with
Yeah,
the touch point, but boy, he handled it well.
Seemed to lose a little tension on his way down.
It looked like it jumped to his chest, but it didn't seem to bother him, did
Bar
it?
is loaded.
No.
Our lifter from the Czech Republic, Simon
See in the replay, he got a little bit of lateral movement.
He is a
Not too bad.
CNC
He
machine.
recovered well.
Getting a good look at that brand new Eleiko pad there. It's been redesigned. It's the first appearance for that softer bench pad.
Yeah, and it's really great for the big heavyweights because it really locks you in. Simon Kral, Czechia, 210 kilos in the 120 plus juniors. That is a monster of a lift. Oh, they got that shirt set nice and tight. He's having to be really patient to get that touch. You can see the shirt trying to bully him a little bit. Oh, he gets it there. I don't think he's able to lock out though, was he?
And that's trouble.
That is a no lift.
I imagine they might go up to get a little bit more weight on that
Yeah,
barbell.
I think what caused the issue there, I mean, you can see in the replay, the touch was really hard for him. I'll probably put another 5 kilos on that, get a little bit of an easier touch.
Yeah. So in equip lifting, there's this window, right? Too light and you won't be able to touch. Too heavy and you can't actually press it out.
Yeah, it's really complicated. And there are our current standings for the men's in the 120 kilo juniors. Amanov out in front on 215, Lee on 205. In the junior 120 pluses, Davies well out in front on 195. Kral not to get a lift yet. And the sub juniors, McDaniel with 185. And we'll move into the second round of the women's 84 plus junior and sub junior. Ella Brinkett Smith to lead us out with 112 and a half. That will be a big personal best for Ella, I think.
Yeah, best previous 105 here, so anything above this is going to be a new personal best.
She opened at 105 and moves to 112.
The first year in the juniors. Look at the compression of that shirt. That is phenomenal. How did she control that?
Such
I
a
was-
low touch point, too.
I
mean,
was
nearly
sure that
belly
was getting
button.
away from her. I think she, the look on her
Surprised
face, I
herself.
think she was a bit surprised. Look at the touch point. The compression was phenomenal.
Paparuga of you.
And then she just managed to get back under control. I thought for sure it was gone.
Into second place.
Well done.
So hard to bring that bar back into your line. Popruha, the next lifter, Ukraine.
Yeah, 115. Selbiak's going to be tough to beat in the junior 84 pluses though.
She was nominated at 130 and, clearly going above that here.
This is definitely a great format for these junior lifters, giving them a bit more rest time.
Good work there.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Wow.
She's got a lot more room to move. She's got a lot left in her. I wouldn't be surprised if she thinks she's secure in the silver medal. I wouldn't be surprised to see her chase after the gold.
Sylvia.
In the sub-juniors and juniors, it's really common to see these lifters hitting new personal bests directly into the competition.
Yeah, the development is huge. Their strength development, their ability to work with the shirt develops quickly as well. Natalia Selviak from Poland now, 135. So she's the top of the table in the juniors. And just Brinket Smith and Popper have both put in 130 for their second. Obviously they get changes as well.
No trouble with balance on the way
that
down
was a bit
there.
tough there. 2 red lights for no lift.
There's a blue card there. That's usually for downward movement on the bench press.
So it's either downward movement or lockout. And I think we both caught some downward movement.
This is a 10-kilo jump from Michaela.
Yeah.
There it is, right at the end.
So now missing that 135, I mean, Brinket Smith and Popper have got to be looking at it going, I think there's a shot here.
Paprua's trying to tie on the, well, the 130 she'll have to go up because she's the heavier lifter.
Yeah, Ella Brinket Smith has a real advantage here. She's lighter than all of them. But right now, Michaela Forsyth is on the platform, 135 in the sub-junior 84 pluses. And in equipped lifting, just because you're lifting unopposed is not a guarantee of a medal.
It's absolutely right.
Oh, well handled. Not as quick as her opener.
Yeah, slowing down a little bit, but excellent work there for USA lifter.
So that is the end of our second round of women. Selviak's still out in front in the junior 84 pluses with 130, but she is getting pushed from behind. They are going to take a shot, and then in the 84 plus sub-juniors, Forsyth on 135 in the gold medal there as well. So she's got the 2 lifts on, which is half the battle already won.
Already we can see the coaches know exactly what weight to put on the third to push those lifters.
So we move into the men's 120 juniors. Monish Chakrawarti from India, 177.5 to open.
Second international appearance for this lifter.
Yeah, India still very much developing their, I guess, their depth of talent in equipped lifting. It takes a lot of years, not just for the lifters to develop. Looks like he might have an Indian national record on his cards as well. I get a blue card there. I'll take a look at the replay and see if the jury's having any interest. So the blue card is double movement of the barrel downward movement or soft lockout.
So you see that left side lag a little bit behind the right side there.
And I think he's okay. Jury hasn't pressed any buttons. Taniolo from the US now, 180.
Nominated 160 here, so quite a big jump up as we expect from some of these younger lifters.
Yeah, in equipped lifting, we've got to develop not just the athlete knowledge, strength, skill, but also the coaching crews as well. There's a lot of hip movement there. He managed to keep his butt on the bench though.
Fantastic work. Credited with 180. That's a big number for a lot of lifters, nearly 400 pounds.
We call to the platform from Kazakhstan.
Ismailov from Kazakhstan now, 187.5. So we jump into the sub-junior under 120s. So he's trying to put a bit of pressure on McDaniel now. Just trying to keep in touch, I suppose, so if an opportunity presents.
Yeah, and despite this being a world championship, a lot of times lifters are purely competing against themselves, really trying to set personal bests, get some international experience.
And that is key. International experience is so important. It's such a different lift and atmosphere. Everything's different.
Yeah, there is no replacement for being here, going through the motions.
Yeah, that first competition you walk out for international, yeah, there's camera crews everywhere, there's IPF referees. It's a different world. So Kale McDaniel now, we're in the 120 sub-juniors. So Ismailov just put up 187.5, put him in the gold medal position. McDaniel is going to respond to that with 190 and try and take back that first position.
Quite a few close battles here. I love it.
There's not much separating any of them, is there? If you look at the 120 plus juniors, they both nominated 210 for their second lift. McDaniel, last year the sub-juniors, I think.
Well, he's done 200 before, so I gotta think he's got some room there.
And that was about a year ago. So he's developed a lot since then. So Brandon Lee from Great Britain, 2:05.
Some speed on that. We're feeling he's holding something back for a third attempt. Good work there, Lee.
Yeah, that was a really nice 10 kilo jump there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another 10 kilos into his third.
Weighed in just under the 120 kilo weight class. I'm wondering if he had to do some cutting to make the weight class.
Yeah, he's quite close there, 119.15.
Yeah.
Reese Davies now Great Britain, 210. So he is currently ranked number 1. Corral has not put a lift on yet in the 120 plus juniors.
Corral may have some trouble with that too. We'll see what that looks like. Is that the lifter we expected to actually go up in weight?
Yeah, it was quite interesting they've kept the same. I mean, obviously they may have adjusted the shirt. I mean, every coach and every team have their different ways of managing things. Martin Marshall there, done a huge amount for equipped lifting in Great Britain. She goes around the country with a bunch of shirts and getting people a chance to try them.
That's really what we need. Quick lifting is a real community effort.
Oh, that's trouble. Lateral movement is tough. Yeah, he was never going to get that back under control.
An error in setup. It's so hard to find that spot.
I mean, your experience with equipped lifting as well. I mean, if someone gets into this position, what's your approach, Bryce? I mean,
they've got to talk about what happened, go back there and maybe adjust the shirt in a different position, give the lifter a new cue to focus on. And I mean, for him, just getting the bar to the right position on his chest is really the big deal there. Pull the bar, keep it in your line. I think the press will be pretty smooth from there.
Well, Simon Crowell now missed his opener. We expected him to go up a little bit because the touch was tough, so I imagine they probably released the shirt a little bit. Or maybe not. Gets a better touch that time. Much better.
You know, I know a few lifters where the touch is honestly the hardest part of the entire lift.
It's a real challenge to get it. It's such a balance to get it right, and you know, and a shirt adjustment and shirt placement isn't. You know, there's no mathematical equation for it. It's experience. You know, a bit of experience, a bit of science, a bit of guesswork,
Absolutely.
and from the lifter, a whole lot of courage to get under that bar.
The best analogy I've heard for the difference between raw and equipped is that it's a high jump versus a pole vault.
Yeah. Right now, Amanov from Kazakhstan looking for 215 to try and stay out in front, but he is getting some pressure from behind. Oh, that is a convincing lift. If I'm Lee watching that, I'm starting to think, I don't know if I can catch him.
You know, that may be the advantage of experience. He's been an international lifter now for 3 years.
It makes a big difference. So after round 2 in the 120, under 120 juniors, Amanov out in front on 215, Lee behind on 205 but chasing, and Sanyalot from the US on 180. In the 120, Kral on 210, Davies on 195. In the 120 sub-juniors, McDaniel on 190 and Ismailov on 187.5. And we will move into the final round of women's 84s and 84 pluses. And Brinket Smith is leading the charge here with 130. So that will actually put her up into the gold medal position.
Yep. She'll bump Poland down, assuming Poland may miss her last bench press.
Yeah, so this is a smart move. She's chosen a weight that she's pretty confident she can do, but hasn't done before, but not overreaching.
It's going to be a big ask. It's still a 17 kilo jump. Come on.
Not quite there.
Yeah.
Boy, she's strong though.
2 out of 3. We move up to 132.
She will go home with a bronze medal though.
You come here, you have to take a shot at the gold medal.
Yeah, that was a smart move. I don't think 130 was an overreach. It was a big jump though. Just proved to be a little bit too heavy. If she did that again next week, now she knows what it feels like.
Exactly so. And now the minimum she needs to move into gold medal. Papruha with 132.5.
Yeah, this is another smart move. Her silver medal is safe now. This will put her out in front.
Very experienced head coach there from Ukraine.
And then Sylviak has to respond to try and get it back. Can she put some pressure on Sylviak? Oh, just couldn't keep the momentum going.
So tough. When the shirt stops giving you some support, you have to blast through, use your raw strength.
She'll go home with a silver medal though. So Sylviak has it all her own way today with that opening lift of 130.
Nods to her coach just how close that was from being a successful lift there.
It's a tough sport, equipped lifting.
Okay, will we see an adjustment to this, or is she? Yep, she's coming out for a 10-kilo jump here.
Yeah, so she has the gold medal wrapped up with her opening lift. And this will be a 10-kilo personal best for her. So, you know, that's a bit of the goal here as well. She's got the gold medal. She can have a shot at a big, big personal best.
Another lifter with quite a bit of international experience.
Oh, such a clean. Oh, but she couldn't get the press under control though. She had a nice clean touch. It just skipped a little, just as they call press, and I think that threw her off.
Kind of seems to me like the bar came down faster than she expected. Wasn't ready for the press command. Really fast there off her chest.
But she goes home a world champion and a gold medal. Right now, Michaela Forsyth from the US going for a personal best of 142.5.
She's been flawless so far.
She's been fantastic. She has the gold medal. She is the under 80, she's the 84 plus sub-junior world champion. In what I think, has she competed before? This is her second international. That's a pretty good career run so far. Oh, I think she's got it there.
Fantastic, wow.
3 from 3.
Cannot ask for better.
And there are our final standings in the women's 84 plus juniors. Sylviak out in front, 130, gets her opener on, but still wins. Proper from the Ukraine on 115 in the silver. And Ella Brinkett-Smith from Great Britain with 112.5 the bronze. And Michaela Forsyth in the 84 plus sub-junior takes the gold medal.
The final round for the men, determining the placings here.
Yeah, there'll be a few changes going with this one. You can see the guys have already put in changes. They get 2 changes though. Chakrawarti, India, 182.5. This will push him up to the bronze medal position temporarily. Of course, we've got a few lifts to respond. But if you can get your toe on the podium and someone misses a lift.
5-kilo jump, not unreasonable based on the second attempt.
Oh, he's struggling to get the lock out and just not going to get it there.
Just through. Great spotting and loading job by
these guys are the Formula One crew of platform crews.
Well, I know for a fact the guy giving the handoffs is a 1,000-pound squatter.
You couldn't ask for anything more than that, could you? Sanyolu from the US now, 185. He is ranked number 3. This will not change that. Chakrawarti from India tried to challenge and push past. They couldn't quite get there.
It's been quite a personal best for him. Previous best 160 in competition.
Well, that's fantastic. There's something special about getting a personal best on an international platform.
Works his way down.
Long way to move that bar, isn't it? Has he got the power in his triceps? No, it falls back into the rack, unfortunately. Big effort, though.
I thought he nearly had that.
Still goes home with a silver medal. Sorry, bronze medal.
We are ready. The lifter is Isaacman Ismailov.
Next two lifters will both be deciding the sub-junior 120 class.
The silver medalist in the
Yeah, so
120
Ismailov will
sub-juniors.
attempt 200 kilos. This will push him up into the gold medal position. And then McDaniel will have to respond. McDaniel has a higher lot number, so he won't be able to drop down. He'll have to lift more.
Working it down to the chest. Good pressure. No, unsuccessful.
Did he jump the press command? I think he did.
It may have been just a fast press command. I thought I heard it through these headphones.
Attempt change in progress.
Unfortunately, no lift. So McDaniel's gold medal is safe now. So we see he's put a change in to go up to 212.5.
Yeah, we'll see maybe one or two more lifters before we get back to McDaniel here as Lee from Great Britain approaches the bar. I think the shuffling of placings caught him off guard. Still has to wrap his wrists. Has plenty of time to get to the barbell. 56 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, that can really throw you a little bit if you're expecting to go out in a couple of lifters and then suddenly you're up.
And not to mention, setting the shirt may add a few extra seconds too.
And, this is the point where your coach needs to really keep you calm, stop your panic, just get your reps on with plenty of time. See if Hugo can stay behind the coach's line this time.
Still plenty of time there. Just crossed the 30-second mark.
$212.5. He is in the silver medal position. No one can take that away from him. He is a silver medalist at the World Bench Press Championships. That is a difficult touch, but he's got it there. Just got away behind there.
His touch was far better than the last time.
Not an unusual position to find you in. The bar, I mean, the shirt wants to throw back in a really backward direction with all that potential energy being released into kinetic energy. And that's the direction it wants to take because it's the quickest, easiest direction for the shirt. So you've got to fight it on the way down, you've got to fight it on the way up.
It's so interesting. Got chasing a spring.
McDaniel now, 212.5. He is the sub-junior under 120 gold medalist. He's the world champion.
He's taken quite an enormous 22-kilo jump.
Yeah, this is a really big personal best for him.
Coaches wouldn't put him on the bar if they didn't think he was capable. Let's go.
Oh, that was smooth.
Wow.
That was his best lift of all three, I think.
So now looking back at the strategy, it looks like their goal was just to stay ahead of Ismailov and then, put something fun on the bar to finish off.
So Rhys Davies from Great Britain now. We moved into the 120-plus kilo juniors.
Amanov has scratched his third attempt, so that leaves two lifters remaining.
Decided he didn't need a third. So 212.5. This will put Rhys Davies into the gold medal position in the 120-plus juniors. With Kral to respond. And Kral had put in 225 to make sure he goes last.
Yeah, it's just a placeholder. We'll see Davies, and then he'll take whatever he needs to bench into first position. Davies and Kral both with difficult touches. Can he work it down to the right spot? Much better.
That's worked for him. Three whites, moves into the gold medal position. So Kral now putting in his attempt change as expected. Dropped to 215, which is all he needs for the win.
Well, I'm not sure what they changed, but the touch did seem higher, kind of over there on the GB logo, whereas it was closer to his neck before. A little bit more stretch out of the shirt there, and here comes Kral, 215 loaded.
He had a tough time his first. Second, he managed that quite well, but as you said, they've been hard touches. we expect him to go to 215 on his second lift to add some extra weight. So we might find that this is a better lift altogether.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be difficult to get down. We'll see it blast off the chest. Come on.
Yeah, they've tightened that shirt up again, but he should get a good spring. Oh, and he just...
I don't know. Maybe that was a good lift.
No, he's got a downward movement there. I want to see the replay. Looks like his wrist turned a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was moving so fast. I think maybe it just kind of got out of his hands a little bit. There it is on both sides, left
the way
and right.
he was, the direction he was pushing. It was a good save, though. He managed it really well. So in the under 120 juniors, Amanoff with the gold medal on 215, Lee on 205, and the silver, and Sanyalo on 180, and the bronze in the 120 plus juniors. Davies out in front on 212, Kral on 210, just couldn't make that last lift. And in the 120 sub juniors, McDaniel on 212.5 and the gold medal, and Ismailov on 187.5 and the silver. Don't go too far away. We will have the medal ceremony very shortly, and of course we'll be back with the open classes later today.
We begin with our 84 plus kilo sub-junior award. Our gold medalist with a lift of 142.5 kilos from the United States, Michaela Forsythe. I ask that you would all rise. Please remove your caps for the playing of the United States National Anthem. We move on to the 84 plus kilo junior category. Our bronze medalist with a lift of 112.5 kilos from Great Britain, Ella Brincat Smith. Our silver medalist lifting 115 kilos from Ukraine, Vila Papruga. And our gold medalist, lifting 130 kilos from Poland, Natalia Selwiak. I ask once again that you would all please rise, remove your caps for the playing of the Polish national anthem. Nice job, ladies. Our next awards, the 120 kilo sub-junior class. Our silver medalist with a lift of 187.5 kilos from Kazakhstan, Pazakmat Ismailov. And our gold medalist, lifting 212.5 kilos from the United States, Cale McDaniel. I ask once again that you all rise. Please remove your caps for the playing of the United States national anthem. We move on to the 120 kilo junior category. Our bronze medalist with a lift of 180 kilos from the United States, Areo Saniello. Our silver medalist with a lift of 205 kilos from Great Britain, Brandon Lee. And our gold medalist, lifting 215 kilos from Kazakhstan, Buned Amanov. I ask that you would all rise. Please remove your caps for the playing of the Kazakhstan national anthem. Congratulations, gentlemen. Fine work. We move on to the 120 plus kilo category, junior lifters. Our silver medalist, lifting 210 kilos from the Czech Republic, Simon Klau. Our gold medalist with a lift of 212 and a half from Great Britain, Rhys Davies. I ask once again that you all please rise, remove your caps for the playing of the British national anthem. Congratulations, gentlemen. Well done. Well done.